Do you want to?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you can. That's okay. Keep recording. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You want me to put the little flyer with information, or you just want me to just talk and go through it, and then you can share that flyer with them?
Yeah, we could share that out with them after if you want to just jump into your presentation.
Sure, perfect.
Yeah.
So
the flyer might be helpful too, just so people know how to kind of read it and all that.
Okay, so you want me to, it's just like a dots about it. So I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, let me bring this over here. Let me make this bigger. And well, this is the Google's site where you can find all the information in a program at City College. And well, first, my name is Julita. Well, you have it here, so you see it. I don't have to go through that. So what we at program department does is like we help students prepare to take the GED and the HiSET test. Both of them are in English and in Spanish. And depending on I don't know now if the price is that one because things might change, but that's an orientation. And out of the GED and the HiSET, when I put in here that that's the same value is because we recommend the students to do now the HiSET. And the reason is like because the GED changes, it changed maybe like 4 years ago. So it made it a little bit more complicated, right? So it was harder for our students to pass the test. So we start pulling this other one that is a high school equivalency test. And the other one is a general education diploma that is same thing. They have the same value. However, this HiSET, it was easier for the students to pass because it was more similar to the old GED. Okay. So if somebody says, oh, but the GED only have 4 tests because the reading and the writing, they have combined it. However, you have to do also some writing in social science and in science. While the HiSET is like 5 tests, you're gonna have to do the same amount of work, but you only have to write in the writing component of the test. The other ones, they are just being able to read and analyze and answer your questions. So it does know what you want to do and you want to obtain your high school diploma. Well, we have classes that give you credit until you fulfill all the credits that they are 160. Is one class is 5 credits. We require 20 credits in science, 30 in social studies, 10 in humanities, 30 in English, 20 in math, that is include algebra and geometry, and then 50 in electives. Electives can be anything except for PE. We take anything like driver's ed. Some people do the JROF. We take all of that. Some people need extra help with math and they have low level math, so it can be included into the electives. So let's say that you already have taken some classes in high school. We take those credits into our program. So if you have all your science, you don't have to do any science with us. If you have all the math, you have algebra and geometry, and you already have 20 credits, well, you have to do one more. Why? Because City College require that at least you do 20 credits in residency. That is 4 classes, and they are at least 1 English, 1 algebra or geometry, and 2 of the classes. Then depends on which credits you have or you are missing, then we may plug that the English has to be and the math has to be. But you need science, we don't care if you do science or social science or another reading class. That doesn't matter, as long as they are 20 credits, okay? I put in here the classes are offered in English and Spanish, but then I'm gonna do the Spanish version, so it doesn't matter. We have a wide schedule, right? So for classes. So you can see here, Mondays and Wednesday, basically from 8 until 9 p.m. we have classes. Same thing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then on Friday is only until 12:31. And Saturday is 8 to 2 or That might be a variation depending of how they are scheduling our classes. Sometimes instead of being 8, it is 8:10, or now that we are doing the classes remotely, we start a little bit later, taking in consideration that maybe parents are plugging their kids into Zoom, or they are taking into school and then coming back. And also now we have fully online classes. Those classes don't have a schedule. What they have are assignments that they are due every week. So you have to be kind of like on top of that, and you don't need to meet with the teacher at all. You can do the work whenever you want to, but they had to be done by the due date. So it requires a little bit more discipline. So if somebody hasn't been to school for a while, maybe that will not be the perfect, match. But if that's the only choice, then, well, I think that it can be done. Then we have what is called the Ab540 Sb68, and those are for students who are undocumented, and then what they have to do in order to get the high school diploma and qualify to pay as a resident when they finish the high school and they want to go to college. They had to do the 6 semesters and the high school diploma to finish all the credits. For these students, even if they are from other countries, we take the transcripts also. Some people have studied in, I don't know, Mexico, and I don't know, Nicaragua, whatever country. I don't want to mention 1 or 2 because then the other ones are sensitive that theirs were not mentioned. So any other country, we can take those ones and put it into our high school diploma. However, the 6 semesters still has to be done, because that's a law. That's not something that we implemented. However, now on top of that, we have the cherry, and that is that there is another law that is the SB554. And for this one is any student that is taking a high school diploma classes with us, after they spend 1 or 2 semesters with us, we just want to make sure that they are ready. They are ready for what? To take credit classes. So if you are taking a high school class with us or 2, and then when we think that you are ready, because you are failing our classes, probably you are going to be failing credit classes because they are harder and they are more demanding. So we try to make sure that you have taken English just to be successful, and then a math class, and sometimes it's science, depending on how the student are doing. Then usually it's 1 or 2 semesters with us only, and then we recommend you to start taking credit classes. Those credit classes are gonna fulfill our diploma credits. Let's say that you take a history class in credit. Well, those credits can be applied to the high school diploma and also to your AA. So it's kind of like a double dipping, but it's a legal double dipping. And also you do not have to pay for the credit classes, which is a plus. You only can do for a max of 11 credits, what is a lot. That will be 3, 6, 9, like almost 4 classes. It can be 4 classes. So that's a pretty good number of credit classes that you can take for free. And then you want to register in the program. The first thing that you have to do is register as a non-credit student and get a student ID. And after that, well, you just get in contact with our office. In that case, me, my email is in here. So if, I don't know how many people we have in here, only 2. So if any of you are thinking that you would like to do the high school diploma, but you want to ask specific questions about you directly to me, then you just send me an email and let me know that you were in the presentation, so we can keep track of, how many students we get and all of this. And then we can talk about what are the specific steps for each one. And I'll send you the link for the registration and non-credit and all of that. And then the semester is spring 2022. Still we have some spaces available, and we are going to start closing classes. We don't have that many open, but we are going to start closing classes in a week. So, because if not, after we already started, the classes started in August 17, the ones that they are remote. So that will be 1, 2, let me count my weeks. So that will be 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, yes, 5 weeks we got it. The ones online started later, start August 31st, and we are gonna have still 2 more weeks. But that means that you are starting with 3 weeks behind. That means that you're gonna have to really give it a really big push to get up to date. So sometimes it's harder to start like that because you feel like you are already behind and you start getting frustrated and then you are not gonna finish it. So maybe it's better to wait until the following semester. Okay, and this is my chair in case anybody wants to talk directly to her. And you guys have any questions, anything else that I haven't said that you may are thinking about?
I have a question.
Yes.
So I've already attended college before
Okay.
and received financial aid and whatnot, but my high school diploma is no longer accredited, and it's causing me issues. But I would like to see if I can go ahead and just take the class anyways, if I can start in the course that's going on now during fall, just to make sure that everything is okay.
Where were you taking classes? Which college? City college or other college?
Other college, Peralta.
Okay, so we take those transcripts too.
Okay.
So whatever classes you take in there, if you are gonna send me an email, yes, if you have those transcripts, send it to me by email and I'll look at them and I'll tell you, okay, well, you will need whatever classes to finish a high school diploma.
Okay, so should I send you a unofficial transcript, or because I have that official, but I don't want to open it if I don't have
you
to.
can send me an official. I'm assuming that you can get into your transcript, right? When you have your own portal and you can go and see them. Unofficial is fine.
Okay.
Yes, and if they are official and you are gonna send it to me, it's fine too, because most of the students come with them in their hand. They don't. It's fine. Whatever is easier for you. If you can, if you wanna open the envelope and scan those ones and send them to me, that's fine too. We take those.
Okay.
Because that's not my function is to look at what you give me, and then if somebody else think that that's not the real thing, then they have to deal with that. That will not be me. But what we do now is all the paperwork that we send for the diplomas, everything is sent through emails. So
either way.
So just my email is in here. Just send me the email. Send me those transcripts scanned, and I will tell you, okay, this is what you will need to do. We take, I mean, you have taken, I don't know what classes you have taken, but except for what I say PE, we take everything, art, history, whatever it is. We try to apply it into all of these
credits,
subjects to apply into those ones to fulfill those ones. And why you said that your high school diploma is not?
It's not accredited anymore. Like around the time I was graduating, I think the district was losing their accreditation, and then so I was able to get in school, but then later found out that it wasn't accredited anymore. It's affecting me in the workplace. It's not affecting me in school.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Which school was that?
What was it? First Coast Academy, and it was in a different state, Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
And a couple of other high schools that I attended, but
None of them were accredited? All of them were off?
I'm sorry.
I said none of the you attended more than one high school. None of
Yeah, I
them
did.
were accredited high school.
Two of them lost their accreditation. So my mom and dad decided to put me, were trying to put me online, but but I ended up graduating anyway. So yeah. Now I'm 32. I can't even remember most of that stuff. So.
Some of those high school, I mean, I know that I have a student who did some of the classes online for, I don't know, he has some issues and he has to be at home.
Mhm.
And I remember that we count those towards his high school diploma.
Yeah. Because I
So
dealt with other like adult schools and they accepted the credits and whatnot. It was just like maybe a class or two that I had to take just to fulfill their qualifications to receive my high school diploma, but I wasn't able to finish just due to life.
okay. So well, send me the whatever transcripts you have, and then the ones from Peralta College are easy to read. And if they have incorporating things from before, we'll count those ones too.
Okay.
So whatever
Sounds
they have, whatever there is in that Peralta, we can use it. That we are be able to put all those credits in a specific spots in here. I don't know until I see the classes, because if you have taken class, you haven't taken any science classes, then for sure you're gonna have to do the 20 credits in science. Okay.
Right. Like I took anatomy, physiology, so I taken science classes and stuff.
Okay, that's fine. Then depending on how many credits classes has, then we can. You have also to take in consideration something that is useful. In non-credit one class, all our classes are 5 credits. However, when you take a class in credit, that class in credit, it might be 3 credits. But
Yes.
when we transfer those ones into my program, they become 10.
Okay. Okay.
So
yes.
that's something useful. So do that as soon as you can, and then because when it's gonna take a couple of days until you can register, or until they send you the ID. Once that they send you the ID, we already can talk about which classes you can take. And if you rather have classes online, I think that now they are all kind of full, the ones that they are online. Because I have one online, but I have 42 students already. So I'm trying to get rid of some of them.
Okay.
One that they are not showing up, those ones are going. But still, 42, it's going to be like 38 students. So a lot of students to include in there. But we'll see, whatever you need, we'll try to see we can put you in a class that you can do this semester. So at least start, and then from there we'll take it.
Okay, sounds good. But are you Maria or Julita?
Julita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I didn't see your name. Oh, Raina. Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
I'm not gonna have too many Rainas emailing me, so I will remember.
Okay, thank you.
And I think that I answered Elena's questions already, right?
So I just spoke to the school right now, and they found my transcript. So yeah, so I just sent them to you, Julita.
Yes, that's fine. Just send them to me, and I look at them. And what I said, once that I read it, I will tell you this is what you need to do, the classes, the credits that you need to do, and after that, we have to find which classes we are still open, that that I can accommodate what you need and your schedule. And after I registered you, it takes like 24. They are doing pretty good now, in between 24 and 48 hours until you can have access to your Canvas. And I see that there are questions in the chat. I don't know if they are for me. I haven't clicked in there because I'm sharing my screen. So I didn't want to do that because I didn't know who they were. So I like that to you, Juliana, to
Yeah, no
you.
worries. It's mostly just conversation. Elena let us know that she found her or that they got her transcripts, and we're just celebrating that. So
Okay.
we're all up to date.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. I didn't want to open something that I wasn't supposed to. Okay, I don't know, you guys have any other questions for me? I think that that's basically everything. The thing that is really excited, I think, is the fact that once that you have a couple of semesters without, some students do it after the first semester if they are doing really good, to be able to start taking those credit classes. Because you don't have to pay for them, and second, because they can be classes that fulfill two goals. One is those credits for the high school diploma, and also the credit for whatever AA you're gonna be working towards. You know, get some of those general education classes that you're gonna need for whatever you're gonna do in the future. So I think that that's a really good thing to have and to use. And on the semester, we may be going, what I was saying before, we may be going face-to-face for some classes. So it's going to be what I said, low-level classes. Maybe the math skill lab that is start from, you know, lower levels, low-level English. And I think that maybe a history class, we are not sure, just to give the students a little bit of more flexibility, because there are some people who really wants to go to the class and be sitting in there, but it's hard. But we don't know how we are going to be able to accommodate, you know, the students, because I don't think that we are going to be able to have 25 students sitting in a class. So it's going to have to be one student, maybe 15 the most in each class. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I have to tell you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rita. Such a great presentation as always. Yeah, and again, you guys, I'm gonna, well, I sent this document already to everybody, I believe, in the email that I sent out, but I'll send it again in case you guys want the document again. But yeah, thank you so much. Any other questions before we go?
Nope.
Okay, great. Sounds good. And then, yeah, you guys will get Julita's email too in the document as well.
Okay, I think that the one that you have is the one from before, so I didn't update it the when the spring semester start.
Right.
That would be in January, but you know, the rest of the information is the same. Nothing had changed.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll make
You're
note of
waiting
that.
for your emails, Elena and Raina.
All right. Thank you so much for coming, everybody, and also thank you again, Julita,